This video is presented in the form of an audiobook with subtitles. Screenshot the parts that resonate with you or simply sit back, listen, and enjoy, and I hope this helps. Growth always demands a price. Your parents or elders might have told you that as they grew older, they lost touch with close friends because everyone just got busy. But that's only half the truth. There's a silent law of the universe that nobody ever talks about, and this is probably the first time you've heard of such a thing. But think of me as that guardian you never had that finally tells you the truth that should have been told to you a long time ago, and it is this. When you evolve, you outgrow. You start losing people when you start leveling up in life. It's not just distance or time, it's growth. Your parents never told you this, perhaps because they feared losing control of you or of themselves. Because if you knew that growth meant separation, you might have chosen your own path much earlier. Our parents often sacrificed their personal growth to keep people and traditions close, even if life became stagnant. They chose belonging over becoming. And while there is absolutely no harm in staying on good terms with the people you once loved, if you choose the hero's journey instead, you're going to face losses. What does the hero's journey mean? It simply means becoming who you were always meant to be, who you already are. It simply means stepping into your potential. And with this law, you're going to face losses, so don't even argue with it. In myths and stories, the hero must leave the familiar world behind. They face guardians at the gate, tests that strip away their old identity before they can even step into the unknown. Personal growth is really no different. When you start evolving, when you become more assertive instead of meek, when you share your opinions instead of staying quiet, when you finally start saying no, your first threshold is loss. You begin shedding the people, habits, and versions of yourself that no longer belong to the journey ahead. And this feels brutal. Because you're not just losing people, you're losing versions of yourself that used to keep them close. Versions you've lived in for many, many years. And that's why it hurts so much. It feels like abandonment of yourself and from those around you. But really, it's not. It's something far deeper. It's a test. The universe is asking, are you willing to walk forward even if it means walking alone for a while? Loneliness is the desert every hero crosses. That silent landscape between the old world and the new. And yes, it aches, it feels like emptiness, but it's initiation. Because when you let go, you make space. And in that space, new versions of you become apparent. Whatever you might want them to be. You might even find your childhood self again. That creative, innocent, curious, adventurous person you once abandoned. Because growth, it doesn't let you stay small. It calls you higher. And that spot on the mountaintop, it's reserved just for you. And you must be willing to be alone for a while to hear your own thoughts and to become yourself without the interruption of other people in your life. That is all it is. Remember, this is your life. You must live it. You have to experience what it's like to be completely in love with yourself, completely in love with the world around you, to be so content in your own authenticity that you can't wait to see how you'll use the 24 hours ahead of you each day. You deserve to feel happy in your mind, your body, and your heart. You deserve to know what it feels like to be seen, even if it's just by yourself. That's what this period of growth promises you. If you're brave enough to face the loneliness, that is. You will find self-love and confidence again. And through this new self, new allies will appear, or the old ones will return and love you for who you've become. So if your personal growth feels lonely right now, remember, you're not failing. You're in the passage. You're at the threshold. And the right life for you will meet you on the other side.